Hey guys, this is Busko and welcome back to another video. So I'm recording this introduction on Saturday. It's almost 9 o'clock, so that's why it's dark here. But in this video, I'm going to be ranking every Weird Al Yankovic album. It's going to be a little different how I'm going to be recording this. I'm not going to be doing what I usually do for my videos. I'm going to be recording it differently. So I'm recording this introduction Saturday. I won't be recording anything tomorrow. Tomorrow's Father's Day. It's going to be a busy day. And hopefully on Monday, I will be recording some, if not all, of the footage for the Weird Al Yankovic album ranking. So it's going to be different. I'm going to try something new for recording. I hope you guys enjoy it. And by Monday night, hopefully, Monday night or Tuesday morning, hopefully the video will be up. So, and then I have to do the album covers, which I'm probably going to do in a different video ranking. Um, so, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So for me, if I had to choose the least favorite Weird Al Yankovic album, it would be his fourth album, Polka Party, released on October 21st, 1986. It's a good album. I'm looking on iTunes or Apple Music because that's where I stream things. It's not a bad album by any means. There's actually some really good songs. Living with a Hernia is a really funny song that I love listening to a lot. Addicted to Spuds is probably my favorite on the album. And Christmas at Ground Zero, another really great song, although it doesn't get much play anymore. For reasons. Polka Party, the polka medley is a really good polka medley. I enjoy that one. There aren't really There aren't really any bad songs on here. Um, that's another thing for Weird Al's albums. There isn't really any bad songs that he made. Um, but if I had to choose a bottom or an album that would be at the bottom, it would be Polka Party. At number 13, we have his second to last album, Apocalypse, released on June 21st, 2011. Another good album. Something has to be low on the list. But there aren't really any bad songs. Songs I love to listen to, songs I enjoy a lot. Perform This Way, which is a parody of Born This Way by Lady Gaga. That one is always funny. I enjoy listening to Party in the CIA, which is a parody of Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Stop Forwarding That Crap to Me. That's a funny original that he made. Um, but yeah, there's not really any bad songs. Craigslist is another one. Polka Face is one of my favorite polkas that he did. So yeah, not a bad album by any means. It's a really good album, especially for Weird Al, because Weird Al never makes any bad albums. Number 12 for me is going to be Bad Hair Day, released on March 12th, 1996. Right? Yeah, March 12th. Another really good album. This album has one of his most popular songs, Amish Paradise, which is one of his best songs. If you haven't heard that song, then that would be bizarre because this is a really popular parody that he made. Um, Gump, which is a parody of Lump, which is another great song. I enjoy that song a lot. The polka on here, the alternative polka, is another really good polka. I enjoy that. The Night Santa Went Crazy, his other Christmas song, other than Christmas at Ground Zero. It's a very funny song. I also like Syndicated Incorporated, and I Remember Larry. So yeah, there's a lot. Again, no bad song. Oh, and also Everything You Know Is Wrong. That's one of my all-time favorite songs by him now. So yeah, Bad Hair Day is number 12. Number 11 for me is going to be Poodle Hat, released on May 20th, 2003. Another really good album. Couch Potato is a parody of Lose Yourself by Eminem. That's another really great song I enjoy a lot. eBay is a parody of I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. It's a really good song, eBay. Bob is a song that I also enjoy. Bob is a style parody of Bob Dylan. Ode to a Superhero is supposed to it's a parody of Piano Man by Billy Joel. I think Piano Man. And Genius in France, the closer of the album. I enjoy that one too. Oh yeah, an Angry White Boy Polka. That's a funny polka title. That's another one of his best. So yeah, Poodle Hat for me is number 11. Number 10 for me is going to be the self-titled debut that started all, released on April 26th, 1983. This is a really good album. This is before he actually had a band, so it's mainly accordion. Ricky is a really great song. It's a parody of Mickey by Tony Basil. I Love Rocky Road is an awesome song. That was a parody on I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett, which is another popular song from him. My Bologna is his very first single, which is a parody of My Sharona by the Knack. Um, there's a lot of great songs. Another one, Rides the Bus, is probably my favorite, which is a parody of another one, Bites the Dust by Queen. Um, and there's so many great parodies. But there's also many great originals. Mr. Frump in the Iron Lung is one of the best originals, and it doesn't get much attention. It really should. Got a Boogie is also funny. The Checks and Mail's pretty good. Oh yeah, Stop Dragging My Car Around. It's a parody of Stop Dragging My Heart Around. I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead is another good track. So yeah, there's a lot of really good songs on here. So yeah, his self-titled debut album is another really good album. So number 9 and number 8 can be interchangeable for me. And so they could any of them could be it could switch any day. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But number 9 for me is EllaPalooza, released on October 5th, 1993. So 10 years after his self-titled debut. This is a really good album. There's some people who actually don't like this album. I actually really enjoy it. Jurassic Park, the song is one of my favorite songs that he's made. Achy Breaky Song is another good song too. Living in the Fridge is another great song. That's a parody of Living on the Edge by Aerosmith. Um, but yeah, there's also Bohemian Polka, which is supposed to be it's a polka arrangement of the song Bohemian Rhapsody, so it's no medley. But Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Um, but yeah. So yeah, for me, number 9 is gonna be Alapalooza, but it could change any day. So. So again, number 8 could be number 9, but for now, number 8 is going to be UHF, Original Motion Picture Soundtrack and Other Stuff, released on July 18th, 1989. This is another good album, good movie too. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. But there's a lot of great songs on here. Money for Nothing, Beverly Hillbillies, one of my favorite songs that he's made. The Hot Rocks Polka is Rolling Stones Polka Medley. UHF, the title track, is one of my favorite songs he made. Probably my favorite on here. Spam is another great song. It's a parody from REM. Um, and The Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota. When I saw him live last year in July, um, he played Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota. And that's actually a really good song. That's a really great song that he plays live. That's usually a live staple that he plays. So if you're going to see Weird Al, well, not now, obviously, and unfortunately, but if you ever see Weird Al live, there's a chance he's probably gonna play Big Swell of Time in Minnesota. But other than that, the UHF album is a really good album. Number 7 for me is going to be Straight Out of Lynwood, released on September 26, 2006. We're getting into the really good stuff here. And Straight Out of Lynwood is just a really good album. White and Nerdy is probably his most popular song. It's definitely one of them, but White and Nerdy is probably his most popular. Canadian Idiot is a parody of American Idiot. It was just funny song. Polka is one of his most funniest polkas ever. It's one of my favorites. Um, uh, Trapped in the Drive-Thru is a parody of Trapped in the Closet, which is R. Kelly. Um, and this has Trapped in the Drive-Thru has a snippet of Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. That's cool. Weasel Stomping Day. He played Weasel Stomping Day live. I didn't expect that. I remember listening to Weasel Stomping Day. I was laughing because it was funny, and then I hear him play this live. I can't stop laughing. It was just funny. I try to hold it in, and everyone else was just laughing in the concert. But yeah, Straight Outta Lynwood is another really good album. You should hear it if you haven't. So I decided to switch number 6 to number 5 right now. And number 6 for me is going to be Off the Deep End, released on April 14th, 1992. This used to be my top 5, but it's not anymore. And that doesn't mean it's not a good album, because this is another really great album. Smells Like Nirvana is one of his big hits. It's a parody of Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Um, I Can't Watch This is a funny song. It's a parody of "You Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer. Um, the White Stuff uh, is a song about Oreos. It's pretty funny. Taco Grande. Now it's not supposed to be a racial song. It's supposed to be about tacos. It's just funny. I listen to this song a lot. It's just funny. And You Don't Love Me Anymore is a funny song. Such a funny song. And the video for this is even funnier. And I mean, it's a song, but yeah, but the video is really funny, in my opinion. But yeah, number 6 for me is Off the Deep End. We're getting into the top 5. The album that starts my top 5 favorite Weird Al Yankovic albums is Even Worse, released on April 12th, 1988. Now, when I was thinking of switching this and Off the Deep End, I was thinking, what do I like more? I think I like Even Worse more. Um, and, they're both great albums. Again, they could change any day, but I don't know. Even Worse is such a great album. Fat is one of his most popular songs. It's a parody of Michael Jackson's Bad. Stuck in a Closet with Vanna White is one of his most weirdest or not weirdest song titles. This song's just 6 words long. Is a parody of George Harrison's. Well, George Harrison covered "I Got My Mind Set on You." I Think I'm a Clone Now is a parody of "I Think We're Alone Now," which is another great song. Um, Twister is a little funny jam. Lasagna is a parody of La Bamba by Richie Valens, or I forgot who covered La Bamba because Richie Valens died before. Richie Valens died. I don't know when. Well, he died before like Weird Al never talked to him. I know of anyway. Velvet Elvis is a nice song too. So yeah, every song on here is really good in my opinion, and that's why Even Worse is at number 5. I have a feeling that this album might be in everyone's top 5 Weird Al Yankovic albums. I don't know, but that's just me saying that, and it is for me. Number 4 for me is going to be in 3D, released on February 28th, 1984. This was a really, really good album. This was his sophomore release. It came right after his self-titled debut, and it did not disappoint. Um, Eat It is a parody of Beat It by Michael Jackson. Eat It is probably my favorite song that Weird Al made. Polkas on 45 is probably my favorite polka medley that he did. I Lost on Jeopardy is a really great song. King of Suede is a parody of King of Pain by the Police. Um, uh, Theme from Rocky 13, which is The Rye or the Kaiser. That's another great song. Nature Trail of Hell is another really good song. So yeah, every song on here is great. There is no bad song on this album, in my opinion, and that's why In 3D is at number 4. For most Weird Al Yankovic fans, this album would probably be number 1. It's number 3 for me. I can totally see why people would put this at number 1. Believe me, I do. Dare to Be Stupid is number 3 for me, released on June 18th, 1985. One of the best albums of all time, one of his best albums of all time. That's why it's number 3 for me. You know, Like a Surgeon is one of his best album openers. It's a parody of Like a Virgin by Madonna. Dare to Be Stupid, the title track, is one of my all-time favorite songs. So it might be in my, if that's definitely in my top 10 Weird Al songs. I don't know about top 5. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a top 10 Weird Al songs one day. But One More Minute is another great song. That's such a funny song. Yoda, parody of Lola by the Kinks, such a great song. Hooked on Polkas, which is his polka medley, and it's his closer, another great polka medley. This Is the Life is another great song that he made. It's one of my favorites that he made. So yeah, and believe me, I can totally see why people would put this as number 1, but for me it's number 3. And I just think there are 2 more albums that are better than Dare to Be Stupid. But Dare to Be Stupid is a really great album. For me, my second favorite Weird Al Yankovic album is Running with Scissors, released on June 29th, 1999. You know, I was thinking when I was making this list, I really love this album so much. And yeah, when I was comparing Dare to Be Stupid to this, it was really difficult because I was wondering what's better in my opinion. And in my opinion, I like Running with Scissors more. I love every single song on here. The Saga Begins is a parody of American Pie by Don McLean. It's supposed to be Star Wars: The Phantom Menace with this song. Um, Pretty Fly for a Rabbi is so funny. It's a parody of Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring. Jerry Springer, parody of One Week by Bare Naked Ladies, another great song. Polka Power is one of his best polkas, in my opinion. Your Horoscope for Today. There's something about that song that I just really love. It's one of my favorites that he made. It's all about the Pentiums, which is a parody of It's All About the Benjamins, which is another great song. Um, and the closer to this album, his longest song, Albuquerque. You know, whenever if I ever do a top 10 Weird Al Yankovic songs, that might make my top 10. It's so underrated. It's such a funny song. It's just it tells a story about this random guy who just tells us his basically his full life and how he went to Albuquerque. It's funny, it's weird, it's awesome. You should listen to it. And you should listen to Running with Scissors because it's a great album. But my favorite Weird Al Yankovic album is My favorite Weird Al Yankovic album of all time is Mandatory Fun, released on July 15th, 2014. His most recent and probably his last album. One reason why this is my favorite is because it's also his only number 1 album on the charts. Um, and every song on here is so good. You know, Handy parody of Iggy Azalea's Fancy. Foil's another really great song, another great parody. Sports songs is so funny. Lame Claim to Fame is another great one. Word Crimes parody of Blurred Lines by uh, Robin Thicke. My Own Eyes is a really great tune. I think that's a style parody of the Foo Fighters or something like that. Now that's what I call polka. His last polka medley on a studio album. I mean, he released a Hamilton polka 2 years ago, and it's a really great polka. Listen to it if you haven't. Mission Statement's a really good song. Inactive's another really good song. I don't know what it is about First World Problems, but it's somehow my favorite on the album. I don't know. It's a really good song. Tacky is a parody of Happy by Pharrell Williams, another great song. And Jackson Park Express is one of the most weirdest and most funniest closers to any album. So, Mandatory Fun is an incredible album. It's one of my favorite It's definitely one of my favorite albums of the 2010s. It's one of my favorites. Well, yeah, I mean, there's actually a pretty good amount of great albums that came out that year. That album, Clockwork Angels by Rush. Um, there's so many more. Yeah, that was my album ranking. Uh, Please leave a like, comment if you want, view my videos, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Halbuska, signing off.